permission to ask questions?
Yes.
I know the subconscious could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Marcos to see today. You chose to bring forward this life for him to see. Why did you pick that lifetime?
The life before, when you think that you're going to go in the past, you think the past exists on this planet, and it doesn't.
The past and the future is all happening simultaneously, is it not?
Yes.
And so, in reference to our 3D, where was that for Marcos? Was that considered a future or a past?
The past?
Very good. And what was the reason, the biggest reason you showed him that life? What was he to learn from that particular life?
The start of life is not on Earth. If there's more, the existence of life is more than just like planet Earth.
Understood. So you're proving to him that he has had past lives and not just on the planet Earth, huh?
Yeah.
Very good. And how many lifetimes ago was that particular life for him?
We were like 15.
Oh, like 15. And what has brought Marcos to the planet Earth?
Another new experience.
Another new experience. And just for the sake of Marcos, because he's taping this, he really would like to know what was the name of the planet that he was on before.
Before this life or before
When the lifetime that you showed him where he was blue with 3 digits on his hand, what was the name of that particular planet?
Yeah, Xenon.
Xenon. No, he was correct. It was Xenon. And is there anyone in that particular life that he knows from this particular life? Or his life on the planet Earth?
Yeah, his wife is here.
His wife?
His previous wife is here.
Oh, okay. And who might that be? Just for his own? He's recording everything. You know that already. Just for his own information. So when he looks back, he can go, oh, okay, I recognize that.
Her name is Mary Kay.
Mary Kay. So Mary Kay was his wife in that life.
Yes.
And they're still really good friends to this day in this life, huh?
Oh, Mary Kay's left this life.
Oh, she's left this life. Very good. And what particular council was he on in that particular life? I know it's just little details, but, you know,
They are
just interesting for him to know.
Student council is almost what I want to say for, like, as a reference here, like, the cities theirs are so big and so massive that to understand the level here is like student council. Like, there's a master government here, and then smaller states, and then your cities, and then at each individual school there's like the student council, the group that leads that small area.
Understood. Very good. He'll find that quite interesting. And anything else from that particular life, like when he was dying, he said it was very normal and routine. Did that particular race have a high or the emotional as the Earthlings are?
No. The boy, his son, didn't talk much, nor at the tables did people talk much. So communication is not, an emotion is not something of that. It's not important there.
And what was the importance elements of that particular lifetime for him?
Order.
Order. And how does that help him in this lifetime?
Breaking order.
He needs to break order. So he's already been through the strict environment. And how might he break that order here on the earth?
On the previous planet, everything was very structured and ordered, and what you were to do was controlled and almost mandated on what you eat and where you eat and how you eat and the times. And so the individuality is not expressed there.
Understood.
So emotions are not expressed there, and here they are.
And how does that help Marco from having experienced that this evening to remember that? How does that help him in this lifetime? Because that was his main reason, and I'm sure you know that already for just going into that and taking a glance at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he holds a lot of since he was like on the councils and stuff there, he holds strong to order being the way that things should be.
And he's going to have to learn to let go of some of that order?
Yes.
Because he's feeling that in this lifetime, isn't he?
Yes.
Well, he's listening right now, so I think he's going to really get a lot out of this. So are you telling Marcos that he needs to be more relaxed and just to have a little more fun, or how is that pertaining to what's going on literally?
Enjoy the freedom of exploring who you are.
Oh, very good. I'm sure he'll understand that. And is it possible that you could scan Marcos's body right now?
Sure.
With light?
Sure.
And just scan his entire body and just, if there's anything that he needs to focus on or anything that he's not paying attention to, get you to let him know after scanning his body?
Sure.
And are you scanning it now?
Mm-hmm.
And may I continue to ask questions while you do so?
Sure.
Very good. Now, Marcos has just completed college, and he's started a new position, and he's doing quite well. Is there anything that you could tell him that would help him with what his most inner desires are? In terms of professionalism, in terms of what he's doing for a living. Is there a direction? Is he going in the right direction?
Oh yeah, he's going in the right direction.
Excellent. Very good. Is he happy where he's in what he's doing? Is he doing what he needs to be doing?
Work, yes. He's doing what he needs to do in work.
Is there any information that you may have for Marcos that he could really use from this session? He'd like some advice. He said he didn't really have a lot of questions, but any advice that you would give him would be so tremendously welcomed and appreciated.
Yeah. So.
He'll take any of it at all. What about the relationship that he's in right now? Is that a healthy thing for him?
It's healthy.
Very good. And his job is healthy and all that's good?
Yes.
Now he's been having a small problem trying to be still so he can listen to you without having to go through a person like myself and to do this whole process. Is there any advice you can get him to help him be still so he could hear his higher voice?
Yeah. Practice.
He needs to practice, huh? Why did he practice?
He's lazy.
Because he gets lazy. would be the biggest motivator to, can you tell him what the benefits, just some of the benefits of the consistent practice, especially in this time on the planet now?
He knows that he's going to be good, but sometimes for some that when it can come somewhat natural, they don't try as hard.
Okay. And so he's naturally opening to listening and hearing your voice, but he doesn't feel like he's doing enough in order to do so. Do you think he's doing enough?
No.
He can do more, huh?
Yeah, he's distracted.
And what's distracting him? Just so he knows.
Yeah, no, he knows.
But I think just because you have the camera on him, it's much easier to say, I don't really care, it's not my business, but I'm just trying to help Marcos as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, he's, he knows he's looking for things in the wrong direction and how important it is to focus inward. But it's easier to focus out than it is to focus in. And so you started to take the easy way. And so when you start looking outward, your good sign that you're doing so is your increase in desire to look inward. It's your natural flow to want to look in or listen. And when you stop listening, you start having more desires for other outside things. And then you will also get your natural desire is to search and listen inward. So if you're getting your increased desire to listen inward, it just means that you're letting go of your mental control.
Very good. I think he'll totally understand that most wholeheartedly. And how are you finished scanning him, or are you still scanning him with light?
Oh yes. His body is fine.
He's fine. Very good. Now, is there any advice or anything in this moment that you may like to add, let Marcos know that would help him tremendously in his soul purpose? What is his soul purpose? Why is he on the planet Earth? I know he's exploring freedoms, but what does he have? I'm sure he chose a particular reason.
I think learn love.
And with the transition that the whole planet is going through right now, what is Marco's role in this transition?
Just to focus on yourself.
He needs to just focus on himself. And the good that he does for himself, he's doing good for everyone else, then, correct?
Yeah.
Very good.
It will help him learn to listen.
It'll help him learn to listen. And what will help him learn to listen?
Focus on your inner stability and inner strength and on himself. He will be able to stand when people want to talk. He will be able to listen and not be swayed, or he'll be able to filter their words so that they can let go of things.
His discernment will be increased.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. That is wonderful information. I think he'll appreciate that tremendously. Now, is there anything that he may need to possibly avoid, or nothing foreboding, or just anything? Any tips of information or anything that you could give him? He would so appreciate it right now before we finish this up this evening. his coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, Marcos. I'm sure he'll hear that one. He needs to cut back. Looks like that caffeine is not so good for him.
Yep. Too much is not good.
Okay, very good. And he's sort of overdoing it?
Yes.
What else is he overdoing it on? He doesn't mind. You could tell him he can handle it. This is all for him.
No, that coffee is it.
You're going to help him cut back with that coffee though, correct?
Yes.
Very good. Now, you know the planet is in the process of ascending. Where is Marcos with that whole ascension process?
What do you mean?
Well, when I say ascension process, the planet is supposedly gone from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius, and the energy on the planet is rising and rising. Marcos would like to know what can he do in order to make sure that he is in alignment with the vibration of the planet. Is there anything that he can do to help that? Or should he not be concerned about it at all?
No, there's not concern for that right now. But he's doing the right things for now. Just focusing on that meditation that he needs to work on. I'm listening.
Listening and the meditation. And what should he be listening to? Even if he knows, can you just go ahead and say it out loud so when he watches this video, it really helps him and he gets the full benefit out of it?
Listen to your heartbeat.
Listening to his heart. Because that's where all his truth lies, is it not? Very good. That's very wonderful, and he'll appreciate that. And what about Hank? How do you feel about Hank in this process that we're doing here?
Hank's a good guy.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. Well, Marcos would really like to thank you for coming forward, and I would like to thank you for coming forward. It's so much appreciated. Now we have one last question. We had done this process before, and he landed in a city, and there was an Asian boy who came forward, but we didn't stay long enough to get any information. We know that you, like I said, you cover everything that's going on with him. Could you tell us who that Asian boy was? The city? He said he felt like there was a message in the city or in that place, and it was associated with an Asian person, a young man. Do you recall?
Yes.
Very good. This is his last question. He was just sort of interested because he felt like there was a message there. If you could share that with him at this moment before we conclude, that would be most appreciative.
The connection for the message from the boy came already for him from the monk is the boy.
So he saw that monk that earlier today was the boy. So that was the message.
Where the message was supposed to come, or the message can come in many different ways. And so since we did not explore the boy, the monk has brought the message.
So it came full circle. And once again, just if you would, just because he's taping this and he would really like to look back and see this, what was that message that the monk had? Or the little boy? Only the part of the message that may have not be resounding in him. That's the only part. Not for me, just for Marcos.
Yeah. Give with your ear. Give
Listen.
with your eyes. Give with your words. Give with your thought.
And he's giving testimonies of love.
Give love. Sometimes you don't have to give it by giving money. You can give it by listening. Giving somebody your ear and listening. Or giving a good words. Words of love.
He'll love that.
Thoughts of love.
Yes.
And you don't have to give back through the normal ways. You can give with the other ears and eyes.
It's understood. I'm sure he understands. Well, we'd like to thank you with all of our heart. Now I'm asking the subconscious